What's going on, everybody? It's Gary back again with another wireless CarPlay dongle review. And this one, I don't see a brand name on here. It just says CarPlay. Oh, on the back, sorry. It says the Pentaspi CarPlay adapter. So, usual deal here. We're going to open it up. We're going to test it out, see how it works, see how long it takes to boot, all that fun stuff. If you like what you see, the link is down below in the description and the pinned comment. Let's get started. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we got here in this packaging. It's a rather large package. All right, for a dongle anyway. I think this is one of those ones that has the wire hooked up to it, and it's like a box as opposed to like the little adapters. Here we go. Let's see what we got here in the box. Usual instructions that I typically ignore. And there it is. We have a USB-A to USB-C adapter, and of course, the main dongle. Kind of feels like a key fob almost in the hand, like one of those, like a remote start key fob, you know, like those gaudy old big things they used to have. But, yeah. Looks sleek enough. It's got some nice plastic on it. And, all right, let's get this thing plugged in. See what we're dealing with here. Our plug is right here. All right, and we'll go over to our screen, and we'll wait for this thing to power up. There is a green light on it, which is per usual on these things. Okay, there you go. Just a typical message there on the screen. Here's the green light if you wanted to see that. And we'll pull out our phone. Let me switch hands here. Let's pull out Bluetooth. I got to preface this every time, guys. The phone is not plugged in. People like to say that it's plugged in when it's not. Not plugged in. All right, we got Wi-Fi on, we got Bluetooth on, and we're just looking for the Bluetooth to connect here. Sometimes what you want to do is you want to just turn this off, the Bluetooth, and then you can just turn it right back on, because there are times where it just won't show up, even if it's there and ready to go. All right, it sees my camera. Come on. Let's go. We're waiting. You know, this is not a good look. Here we go. There it is. You see, the moment I start talking smack on it, then it appears. Maybe I got to talk more meaner to these things. What do you guys think? All right, we're going to pair. Yep, yippee-o. There we go. And now we wait. But you know, you can't always judge the very first time you're setting it up, because that's when it's going to take the longest. What you really want to judge is what we're going to do after all this, which is going to be the turn the car off, turn the car back on. That'll be the true test as far as how good or how not good this thing may be. I've just seen it a couple times now where you're on the initial setup and it just takes time to get this thing rolling. So let's see what we got here. I just clicked on the smart dongle. This one normally, you know, a really good dongle will automatically connect itself to Bluetooth when you go to pair. This one, I'm not crazy about initially, just because the fact that I have to click it and I'm still waiting. This is not a good look, guys. I'm telling you right now. But we're going to see what happens. And I'm leaving all this in. I know people say, oh, you know, it's a long video, blah, 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 blah. I want you to see in real time what we're dealing with here, and if this thing is going to be worth your time or not. And I'm just looking at this thing right now like saying, good God, man, this is long. I'm glad that I could spend, I think this is like $50 or something. I don't know the exact amount, but I'm glad I could spend it and potentially not you guys. So that's always a plus. I will have some other ones linked down below that I know work much better than this, but this is just like, I mean, we're connecting here. I'll even do this. I'll even do this. I'll even close out the settings here. Let me turn off Bluetooth again. This is unbelievable. I've never had one give me this much trouble. All right, here we go. Smart dongle BBC3. That's the number there. Man. All right, it says connected now. We have the connected sign. There goes my screen. It's playing one of my YouTube videos. Let's pause that for a second. So let's just see right now, like, okay. It feels very fluid as it's moving around here. It feels, it feels decent. If we go into the music, that's where I usually like to go. Here's a song. If you guys like country, check Austin Williams out. He's awesome. Please don't copyright strike me, bro. So usual delay. You have an instant pause, but a delay when you resume. Okay, so there you go. You can see how that works. Now what we're going to do, and again, you can see that it's a pretty smooth motion. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and turn the car off. We're going to give this thing a chance to boot up from scratch, and let's see what happens. Here we go. Let's start the counter now. All right. Clock is running. We've had such good luck with these dongles. This is the first one that I've run into that's given me any issue. But let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Can it redeem itself? That's a very quick thing there, but we don't stop the counter. There you go. That feels pretty quick right there. That does feel pretty quick. I do like that. And then again, we'll go back in here. All right. That's a pause. Okay, there you go. All right, so let's talk about that. Rough setup, right off the rip. Very rough setup. This video is longer than it ends up needing to be because of how long that setup took. So that's definitely not a good look. I try to reserve all of my judgment for how does it actually perform once we have it set up. I felt like the boot up was pretty much in line with the other ones. And for that, it gets a good rating on that part only. However, there's a lot of people that are going to buy these things. You're going to spend your hard-earned money, and you are not going to want to deal with that crap when you first get it, because what do? We buy something. It gives us a little bit of trouble. We get really angry or really frustrated, and we're just done with it right there. Like, I could tell you literally, this is the fastest booting wireless CarPlay adapter. This thing, it's so fluid, it's so smooth, which is all the things we just saw. Maybe not the fastest, obviously, but if that first setup sucks, and if you can't get that part figured out, then you kind of just screwed yourself as a manufacturer. So on this particular one, I cannot in good faith give this one a passing grade, but I'm making videos for all of these CarPlay dongles. I want to pick these up. I want to open them up on camera, show you the entire thing from front to back, because as you're making a decision, because there's so many of these out there, I want you to see some that, that can actually work, that can actually be good. And that, so maybe if you buy this one, or maybe if you had bought this one by accident, and you had this problem, you could have seen it on video first and said, oh, well, shit, that one sucks. So on to the next one. So I know what you're going to ask me. You're going to say, Gary, can you recommend a better one? And the answer is this one right here. This is the one I always go back to. I will say that if you want to watch the video for that one, it's up here, and maybe we'll put it on the end screen. I'm just going to wrap this thing up right now. We've been here for too long, but this one in particular, it's a straight dud. Would not recommend. Check out the video on that other one. It's smaller, it's more compact. Here's what I was thinking. Let me just unplug this thing. My thinking on this one was that because it has a bigger body, because the build quality of it feels pretty good, my thinking was that maybe it would have a little bit of an edge because it's not just made out of plastic and it's not like really tiny, that perhaps this right here gives it the edge because it has better build quality and all that. But as we can see, the setup was very rough. So if they fixed the setup, they got the setup fixed, and then we're just dealing with the performance of it afterwards. Like if we just ignored the entire setup part, it would be good. But I want to recommend something to you guys that works on the fly right there every time. And so that again is this guy right here. And I'm going to wrap it up right there. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up. Everybody tells you to do this on YouTube, but it really does help a lot. Consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing a ton of more of these CarPlay videos. I got some really cool stuff coming up for you guys. So hit subscribe if you want to see more of that, and hit the bell so that you'll be notified every time a brand new video drops. CarPlay videos up on the screen. Go check them out. Go binge them. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in another video.